Hello, my lovely wishes. It's Holly. Welcome to Dandelion Stitches. Welcome, everyone. Just welcome. I I always am so happy that you've chosen me because you could be watching anybody. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff on YouTube. So I have a couple reasons to come to you today. I have no boxes. I've got no sewing, but I do have a couple of things that I wanted to share. The first one is that I would like to introduce you to a new member of the Sewing Wishes family. And I will go to some video here of her. So may I introduce to you the Janome 4120 QDC, and I think the QDC is for quilting, decor, and clothing. So it's nothing super fancy. It's it's got this really great tray that my brother didn't have, and it's computerized. It does a whole bunch of computerized stuff, and it has this little here card that sticks up that's got all the stuff that it does, and it does a really nice straight seam, and I can't say anything bad about it. It's the needle threader works like a dream. The cutter works well. It doesn't suck the thread in when it starts, which was something my Juki always did. So there she is. Or I feel like she's got feminine energy, but maybe you would think, I don't know. Anyway, she needs a name. So one day, okay, so if you've not been with me for a long time, I had a Juki that had problems, it still does have problems. And we've had a hard time getting it fixed, and we still don't know exactly what we're going to do with it, and it was a lot of money, and you know. So the other day my husband came in, and I was working on Bob, the brother, who is a good 10 years old, maybe a little bit older, but man, you know what? He goes. And he said to me, what happens to Bob? I'm like, I don't know. We're not going to, don't say it in front of him. And so he said, well, how about we get another machine? How about we get, a lesser kind of middle of the road machine? Not as expensive as the Juki, not the bottom line, but something kind of in the middle, just so not only you can use it for regular sewing, but when Cambria comes to sew, my granddaughter, she can have a Bob because she's accustomed to sewing on Bob now, and you can have the other machine, and that way you could both sew at the same time. Well, I certainly no sewing woman in her right mind would say no to another sewing machine. So we did some research, and this machine is what we came up with. So I got nothing, she's going like crazy. She's a little noisy, but not horrible. So, not a whole bunch of room in the throat, but I think enough that I can make it work. And yeah, so she doesn't have a name. And she's a Janome. And if you could help me name her, that would be awesome. So just throwing it out there. I don't care if it starts with J. That's kind of what I've always done. My Juki was Jolene, and Bob's brother, he's Bob. It doesn't need to be a J name. I don't think I want to name it Dandelion because that's the dog's name. And everything else. So yeah, so throw it out there. Just maybe I'll have a little prize for somebody who picks the name, the one I choose. So maybe a few Tula fat quarters. I've got some older. I got Tula coming out my ears actually. So I don't know which ones it'll be, but if I pick your name, I'm gonna send you some Tula. So that's the first thing that I wanted to share with you. The next thing is, I just want to tell you, you guys, you mean so much to me. I can't even, when I sort of lost my mind and told you all about my drug situations and basically confessed that I take narcotics and how much pain I'm in and blah, blah, blah. I try to avoid that stuff because I want this to be the happy place, not the place where you go to watch the sad, poor person, but the outpouring of support and love and sadly so many of you that understand first of all, what it's like to be in chronic pain, also what it's like to try to get narcotics because they've been so abused that there's now such a regulatory system set up for people that it is super hard to get. It's really hard. And it's for those of us who legitimately need the drug and who are willing to jump through the hoops. Every 3 months I go to the pain doctor. I give them a urine specimen. We talk about all of what I'm using it, how often I use it, how bad the pain is. I follow the rules, and it is still so hard to get pain medication. Anyway, so I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for not judging me. Thank you for just rolling out the love like you always do. So I want to do our little thoughtful minute where I use the breath, you might use the prayer, however anybody wants to use it, where we send out positive love, healing energy. And I'd really like to try to focus it. I know we want it to go out to the world, but this one time, I would like to try to focus it just on this community, this family of wishes that understands pain. And even if you don't, even if you just are compassionate and you understand that people struggle, just out to you just for being that open-minded and that kind. Because trust me, people don't get it. If you're not obviously ill in some way, people assume you're fine, which is awesome. I mean, I hope people assume I'm fine. But anyway, so let's do the breath. I'm going to take a deep breath in, and as I do, I'm going to breathe in hope and joy and love and healing and all of those positive, beautiful things, and I'm going to exhale them out to this family of sewing, quilting, whatever reason you watch me, people. So let's do it. So deep breath in. And out. I'm going to do one more. Deep breath in. And out. Thank you, friends. Thank you for being my friends. Thank you for being just quality people during a time when sometimes it's really hard to believe that there are a lot of quality people out there. So be well, be safe, and I'll see you really soon. Bye-bye.